Okay, welcome back. We are now going to show you how to get set up with having your with you being logged into your Facebook and showing you how to get set up inside of Dream Connector and where you can use Dream Connector. Okay, so first off, you want to make sure that you are on a Facebook page, group, or whatever, and because this is an extension that is scripted to work on your Facebook or through your Facebook profile. Okay, so click on the Dream Connector icon within the extension bar, and you're going to notice this first menu here. Okay, I could skip ahead on this, but since this literally is the first thing that you see, I'll just go ahead and explain it. So delete pending friend requests is for when you have been using Dream Connector for a while. After a few days, you're going to have friend requests that are out there that some people just aren't going to respond to. So they might just be sitting on there for various reasons. Sometimes there's people who just aren't that active on Facebook, and so they just kind of let friend requests sit. And then there's those who are active, and then they stay on top of it. Full disclosure, I used to be one of those people who would just let the friend request just kind of collect. No, I had no big reason. I just did it. So there's people who just do that. Facebook does not like that. However, if you are just allowing friend requests to just kind of stack up after a while, so you will want to do an audit of sorts. And this feature makes it super easy. So you're not having to do all that manually. By the click of a button, it's going to go ahead and go through. I don't have any because I just did it actually. So I'll actually take that back here and open this back up again. So if I did have pending requests, it'll do, it'll just start deleting them one by one. And you could just go on and do something else while it's deleting that and just clearing that cache out. So then that way, Facebook is happy with your profile with that. So we're going to click on this menu here, and this is going to show you a few options. Okay, and this is just some basic options here. Unfriend all means exactly what it says. So if you are not trying to delete your entire friends list, do not click that. Unfriend all will completely wipe out your friends list. So there's only one reason that you would want to click that, and that is if you are wanting to start over from fresh with building your friends list. So if you have peace out allows you to analyze your friends list, right? And only delete the people who are not engaging, and only delete the unengaging profiles, right? And this button, it's like the Thanos snap, but instead of half, it's everything. It was like 2 Thanos snaps. Anyway, next one below that is the change password. You know what that means, right? Settings, which we're going to get into, log out, and cancel my account. And one thing I'll point out with cancel my account, I will say it's easier if you just want to email me, for that, and take care of that, but to ensure. But let's go ahead and click into settings. This is where we get into the meat of how this works, okay? So there's 3 main options here, or areas within the settings. You have segments, you have groups, and you have other settings. There's just more settings, right? So we're not going to worry about this page of settings yet. So this is later on kind of stuff, okay? And we're not going to worry about groups yet in this video, okay? Because the first thing you have to understand with message segments is that this is for when you would like to send out messages to each person that you're sending friend requests to. So you don't necessarily have this, you don't need this set up in order to start sending out friend requests. But this is more so for those who are wanting to say whatever it is that you're wanting to say. So if I were to have sent you a friend request and said, hey, how's it going? I'm so-and-so. I saw that we were in a group together. Just wanted to connect for now. Hey, how you doing? Right? And that's just that was just what 3, 4, 5 sentences that I just said. So what a message segment allows you to do is to do just that. You're basically scripting out what you might say to a person that you're sending a friend request to that you might not know. And with that, you're going to create several different versions of you saying that same message. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to enter hello, and in this message block, what I'm doing here is I'm going to say hello, and as you see here, there's first name, last name for merge fields. So I'm going to go ahead and click on first name. So I'm going to say hello first name, and I'm going to click on add. Now I have my first message block. Okay, so that's my first variation. Now I can also say greetings first name, because this works through Facebook, it's going to automatically populate their first name or whatever they have as their first name into that merge field. So we'll do that, and we'll say hey first name, or whatever. So then we're going to save that message segment. Okay, boom, hello. Then in the next segment, so think of that, what I had just said. It's like, hey Delilah, what's happening? So I might want to say second sentence, what's happening? Okay, whatever. I'm not telling you what to say on here. It's whatever you do, however it is that you say what you say. This is where you can set that up. Okay. So after I said the hello, would I ever say this to someone that I don't know? No, but I'm just showing you. See it. Okay, so what's happening? How's things going? Time. Long time, even though we've never met, right? There we go. So I should say I'm putting in like 3. I would actually recommend that you do like 5 different variations, 5 to 6 different variations of hello, 5 to 6 different variations of hey, what's happening? And with that, why I say that is because for the people who are already just copying and pasting the same thing to multiple people, that's a no-no to Facebook, because you could get flagged as a spammer, right? And so Dream Connector is very smart in the sense that when you create these message segments, and then let's click over the groups, okay? And I'm just going to call this one default. And well, okay, actually no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say, well, you can create a default, okay? But then I also recommend that if you are going to use messaging, to label each group, each message group to match a Facebook group that you are sourcing out of, okay? So I have a photo booth community group that I have my page open on. So I'm going to name this message group for that photo booth community. So then that way, whenever I'm adding new friends from within this group, I can actually create message segments that address like, hey, we're both in the photo booth community group. Just figured, it'd be good for us to connect, whatever you want to say with that, right? So to build out a message set, you're going to click on Insert Message Segment. Now you can do static text or keywords, but in this instance, I'm going to just show you the message segment because that's what we were just building. And as you see here, it populates the message segments that we have created so far. So I'm going to go ahead and click on hello. And then under here, or right next to it, it says insert another. So I'll click on insert another message segment. And then second sentence, what's happening, right? And then if you have a third, fourth, fifth message segment groups, you just keep adding them on there. So essentially you have a whole conversation or intro conversation essentially set up, right? So imagine, hello, hey, what's happening? We're in the same group. Just wanted to connect. Thanks in advance. Cheers. Thanks for your time. Whatever you want to say. The last thing that I do is label that last segment as an outro, or maybe ask them a question, on that. That's something else that you could do too. Just, ask them a question. So once you finish building out your message set, as far as how you want that to look, then you'll click on add, and then you'll click on the save message group. And we're gonna let that save. Voila, you have your message group, okay? So that is just showing you how message segments work, how you can start organizing those message segments into groups. And then now for us to talk about these settings, you can set up message segments, okay? And then have certain message groups set up for certain situations as well. All right, so for this blue here, it says send message when you receive a new friend request from someone. So you see, I don't have this engaged. Had I had this engaged, if you were to send me a friend request, you would have received an automatic message from me. Now, that message could look organic, like I did send it to you, or I could say that, hey, thanks for wanting to connect. This is my autoresponder, just a FYI, but I'll be back with you, or I'll be sure to reply to you as soon as I can. I even ran into one person who uses an automation tool that it doesn't do what Dream Connector does, but it does just this autoresponder function, and they were using it as a way to do affiliate sales. Like, hey, if this is something that you want, then here's my affiliate link, because you can also drop links in here too, right? So you can use this. There's so many different ways that you can utilize that. But anyway, moving on. Send in the green box here, send message when you accept friend requests that you've received from someone else. So if someone sent you a friend request, then you can automatically send them a message. Let me make sure I said that clearly. Okay, so in the blue, when you receive a new friend request from someone, you can automatically send out a message. Okay, now once you have accepted a friend request from someone, so when you click on accept friend request, then that can trigger them receiving a message from you. Cool, huh? And then on this last one here, it's send message when you decline a friend request you received from someone. So if you saw a friend request, you're like, yeah, no, this ain't happening. You click decline, then Dream Connector will go ahead and send a message like, hey, thanks for wanting to connect, but you're outside of my target of who I'm building my audience with. Or you don't even have to use that function, really. I mean, that's just if you just want to be extra, I guess. So that covers what the settings look like, okay, as far as how to get things set up in settings, okay? So again, when you click on Dream Connector, I'm sorry, I'm like clicking crazy here. Once you click on Dream Connector, this is the default view, but you click on the actual menu icon up there to actually get to this part of the menu. Don't click on friend all if you don't mean it. Change passwords, settings, log out, cancel my account. You get all of that right there. And then let me get back here. And then so obviously clicking on settings, that's where you access segments. How you can build out your segments. And then the eyeball here, the eye, is just so you can view what you have in those message segments if you don't want to open them up for whatever reason. And then if you want to edit them, you just click on the edit button, and then here's the trash can. Of course, if you want to delete those segments that you created, same thing with the groups. Click on that, then you can see like that the whole sequence. It'll kind of go through that for you. Edit, trash can it, and then of course those options. And then whatever you choose, you can choose whichever message group you want. Okay, and then so that's where you might want to do some, like I have a default for these options, but again, it's whatever you want. And then make sure you click on save settings. So that's all I'm gonna cover in this video. In the next video, we're going to get to the juice of it all. Okay, we're gonna get into showing you how this works. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Check out the next video so we can start adding some friends.